Come on in, come on in, come on in. All geeks are welcome in this space. Let's learn together and seek his face. I'm Lem Philyaw, a.k.a. Bad Gamer Elite, your host for this Sound Maiden podcast, sponsored by LifePromotions.org. God Games and Geekery gives us the opportunity every month to chat about the crossroads of our passions and our faith. I can't wait to learn and discuss with you. Welcome to the 63rd episode of God Games and Geekery. I can't believe they're still letting me do this. Are you kidding me? Thank you, Life Promotions. You're amazing. I see you, Vince. Courtney, I know you're on the other side of that wall. Thank you. Oh, man. All right, you guys. Hey, I want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors, guys, Clear Hits Radio. If you are able to access the internet, which I know you are because you're listening to the sound of my voice right now, go to clearhitsradio.com. Some of the best Christian hip-hop artists are there, are playing. Enjoy. Thank me later. They are the sponsor of the G3 Lair at Life Fest and also the tournament. Oh, man, it was so good. It was so good. Okay, anyway, we've talked about it before, but I also want to give a shout out to quakeevent.com. Hey, youth leaders, I'm talking to you. Youth leaders, I am talking to you. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back. Youth leaders, I'm talking to you. Hey, check out quakeevent.com, and we've got your youth retreat already planned out for you. It's already there. You do nothing but show up and love your kids. All right? You bring those students in and you love them and we do the rest. Come on, man. So easy. quakeevent.com. Go check it out. Hey, what have I been up to this month? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Of course I played Fortnite. And you're thinking like, hey, Lem, what's going on with Fortnite? Well, I have about 337 skins. We are up to 337. I am still loving Save the World, sitting at level 243 right now, with a lot of fun going on with that one. I'm learning how to do more with it by watching Beast on YouTube and going to FortniteDB.com. They have been very helpful, so shout out to them. If you are starting to learn Save the World, go check those out. As of recording, it's a new chapter, not just a new season, it's a new chapter. So last chapter, I ended in like 270 something or other, but I am not there yet on the new chapter. So which means new chapter, new season, and we're doing some stuff. We're doing some stuff, you guys. I am trying to get through my backlog. Still, the goal this year was to hit 10 games finished. And if we count seasons like Fortnite seasons, and racing seasons, I have done 20. Hold on. Yeah, that's right. I've done 22 games finished so far. You guys, that's including those seasons. Now, if we're not including those seasons, we're looking at about 17. But still, way over my goal, right? I love it. I finished Lego Ninjago, the Lego Ninjago movie, sorry. I finished the Skywalker Saga, the Lego Skywalker Saga, which I'm counting that as 3 games in one because it's the prequels, the sequels, and the original trilogy. So I'm counting those. And I started Lego City Undercover, which was really good. I really haven't gotten far in that one. It's massive. It is a massive game. I think How Long to Beat puts it at like 30-something hours. And generally speaking, I'm a 20-something hour game guy unless it really grabs me. Skywalker Saga did that. I put some time into that game, y'all. Gametography wise, though, I've been doing some Fortnite. I've been doing Warframe, but I've cut back a little bit on the gametography. Well, that's not completely true. I did pick up Marvel Midnight Suns, which we're actually playing on the channel right now. And more on that later. But I am doing photography in that. Because there's a photo mode. There's like 2 photo modes. It's a card-based, turn-based strategy, but it also has some third-person adventure stuff going on. Oh, I'm in. I'm all in, y'all. Like I really haven't bought. I think I bought maybe 2 new games this year, maybe. Maybe 3 tops, but 2 for sure. And yeah, I'm in on this one. I might not need a new game next year. Although I just thought of one that I might be picking up in February. What am I watching? Well, we found out during a Faith in Film episode that Jackie Chan Adventures is on Amazon Prime Video. Yes, please. That was my show. And not when I was a kid. I was not a kid when I was watching it. I was like adult with children watching this show. So yeah, it's a thing. I love that show. Go check it out if you can. I'm also watching a lot of Steam Deck YouTube, learning how to make sure that I'm getting the most out of my Steam Deck. I am watching some Domestika videos so I can learn more about making sure that my art is going in the way that I want it to. And also making sure that I am taking control of my ADHD a little bit. And they do that. I'm doing a couple of bullet journal and time management courses on Domestika. They are not a sponsor. I'm still drawing. I finished up Chromevember, which is coloring my Inktober stuff in November. So yeah, that was fun. I think I've kind of achieved my chibi goal. I'm not quite there yet. I'm getting there, but I'm not quite there yet. But it's definitely better than what I was doing earlier this year. So I'm trying digital again, and I'm having a blast with it. At first, I was not a fan. I am loving it right now. It's great. Absolutely great. And I'm trying to pay attention to my goals this year. One of them, like I said, is getting my ADHD under control and being better at that. Also, maintaining my glucose levels for diabetes. But the ADHD thing, sometimes, guys, ADHD wins. And this month is an example of it that shows up. It normally doesn't show up in God Games and Geekery, but it showed up this month for God Games and Geekery because the original idea I had for an episode, I couldn't get the guests that I wanted. And I was like, okay, I have another idea. And that just fell a little flat. And I was like, we have to put an episode out. It's December. We have to do a Christmas episode of some sort. So instead of the 10 to 12 replays of Christmas, so no clip shows here, you guys, I wanted to invite you to the discussion that David Keychain and I had about Home Alone on our Faith in Film episodes. Faith in Film episodes happen on Twitch and on our YouTube on Wednesdays at 4 p.m. Central, and more on that later. But first, let's get into that discussion that David and I had on Home Alone. What's up, everybody? Bad Gamer popping back in. I am gonna mute that because you don't want me coming in twice. I'm also going to unmute the amazing David Keychain, and actually we're going to go back to that grid there. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Oh, I'm so big now. Okay.
I fixed it.
I'm good, man. I'm real excited for this episode. I love this movie.
Sir.
How about you, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Okay, all right. So, Innocent Cannibal says extra peoples. Well, you know how we usually have Alex on? Alex is serving our country elsewhere in the world. And we've had David on as a guest before. And last week we kind of discussed this. It was like, hey, all you gotta do is give me a heads up and we're good. And I was like, okay, here's your heads up. Every week that we doing this, you're on. And then when Alex is back home, we're gonna have 3 of us.
Oh, sick.
So
That's awesome. Yeah, because I was wondering about that because I was like, now you've given me an outlet to talk about movies and God, and like at this point you'd have to pry that from my cold dead hand. So
sounds right for a lemon moment, right? Right? We got Lemon Larry is face down. Hold on. Lemon Larry. This is Lemon Larry, you guys.
he's fantastic.
He's we call him Lemon Larry because we have a friend of ours that plays Fortnite with us every now and then. He's one of our Quake students. And his name on screen is Larry is the best. And so we said one day, it was like, all right, so it's the Lemon Larry show, and Cannibal ran with it and made us a crochet Lemon Larry.
That's awesome.
Oh man. We've made some additions to the set. David, what do you think? Got some,
I like it.
Some pops over on this side, a little warthog action going on.
I love the little
there.
warthog. Is that Merida behind you?
Which are here?
The stuff, the
oh wait,
stitch?
wait. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crochet. No.
Who is that?
Hold on. Can you tell who it is?
Is it Alloy?
Yeah, it's Aloy.
Ah, okay, nice.
It's another Innocent Cannibal creation. We had a concert event we were at last night, and we had another one of her creations there. It's Mini Lem. He's the Pipsqueak, and we call him the Pipsqueak because he squeaks.
That's awesome. Oh, Innocent Cannibal, should probably tell you my wife loves Barbara Manatee. She cried when she saw it. She loves it.
Hey, Lem, first things first, sorry I did not make the concert yesterday, and also how'd the concert go. We'll talk about it in a second. Thank you for bringing it up, Leighton, because you know good and well I would forget to talk more about it. I'm noticing something on your couch I haven't seen before, bro. Where'd you get the shield?
Yeah. Okay, so speaking of my wife, we are terrible at Christmas. This was my last Christmas present from her.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. You may notice it's not quite Christmas yet.
Yeah. I've noticed that a little bit.
Listen, we got sad. Okay, and sometimes when you're sad, it would be nice if you could open a present.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, exactly. We just so happened to have several presents sitting under a tree.
There was a tree somewhere?
Yeah, right there. See?
Oh my goodness!
Right over there. So the problems work themselves out. And now I have this, which is awesome.
Paul with put the hammer down, the Thor. You want me to put the hammer down? Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, we got some cool stuff.
Nice. Very, very cool. Oh man. Anything new you want to share with the class of that's been going on?
A little bit. There's a few people in the room that don't understand. Not me. I get it.
Not really. No.
No. Okay.
No.
I missed you guys yesterday. Normally on Tuesdays I get to hang with David and the Satellite Gaming crew.
No.
And yesterday was literally a hangout night. Like, had no preparation. It was like just come and chill. And we've been having some amazing Jeopardy games lately.
They're so fun.
Did you guys do Jeopardy yesterday?
No, we didn't. But it was the first time that nobody's done one because everybody kind of assumed somebody else will do a Jeopardy game. But we just all assumed that. So
I mixed it up with a little Name That Tune a little bit ago.
yeah, that was great.
Yeah. Nobody knew, like, everybody knew like 3 of the 17 that I did.
Yeah. But so last night was a hangout night. Just the absolute easiest possible thing you could do. Just show up, and Lem couldn't even do
I
that.
couldn't do it. I couldn't do it, you guys.
No, it's for cool reason though.
It was. God Games and Geekery got invited by our sponsor, Clear Hits Radio, one of our sponsors, Clear Hits Radio, to be at a Christian hip hop show by George Moss last night. And it was a small crowd, but we had people that stopped by our table and hung out and chatted. And I may have to pick your brain, David, about how to do local event stuff. Because, because I'm not saying that we're doing it, but it's not the first time this idea was thrown around between Clear Hits and God Games and Geekery.
That's
so,
awesome.
I mean, and it's a new year coming up.
Yeah.
So, it's a new year to try new things. And, like,
That's right.
if we did it every month on a Saturday, maybe even Leighton could show up.
Oh, that sounds sick.
I'm just saying. Not saying that it's happening. I'm just saying.
But the possibilities.
There's a possibility, and I need to pick your brains. All right.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So, pay no attention to the Sith Lord hiding behind the curtains. Darth Kryptonite, what's up, buddy? I mean, it's like a Darth Kryptonite could possibly show up and help me run a thing once a month. All right, what you chugging today? What's your chug?
Huh?
What are you chugging today?
Oh, Yellow Rockstar.
Yellow
I love these
Rockstar.
things.
I've got
really-
Bubbler, antioxidant sparkling water.
Oh, nice.
That boosts and energizes and restores balance. It has caffeine like a cup of coffee.
Nice.
Yeah, there we go. How about help from your favorite marsupial? What's up, koala? Nice.
Koalas are not my favorite marsupial.
Well, this one in particular is one of my favorite marsupials.
I mean, Koala Games is a great tag, but I would also argue that Tasmanian Devil Games also is a great tag. It's the best marsupial. They're awesome. Bro, no?
Bro.
What do you mean, no? They're so sick.
Plus, Koala, you're in Tennessee, bro. I mean, we might have to talk about, if we come back down there. He shunned you.
I'll take that. That's fine.
He's like, that's fair. That's fair.
That's entirely fair. Yeah. So marsupials are born.
Jesse with the raid. Party of 2. What's up? You were saying about marsupials before I introduce us. Go kill your marsupials before you lose it.
So they're born they basically are born partway through development, and then they go in the pouch, and that's where they finish out like becoming an animal, right?
Right.
So Tasmanian devils are born without any facial features. They don't have eyes or like fully developed mouths, but they do have claws. And there's like 20 of them in a litter.
Oh,
and there's only 4 spots available in the pouch. So life for a Tasmanian devil starts with a battle royale. You have to drop tilted in order to grow up.
Tasmanian devils get drop tilted to survive.
Yeah, every Tasmanian devil fought to be here.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
They're crazy little critters, dude.
What's up, Raiders? Welcome to Faith in Film, part of the God Games and Geekery programming. We do a lot of different crazy stuff over here. This week we started doing I even forgot what we called it because it's so new. But we started doing some other gaming. And then on Tuesdays we do Study Buddy, where we just hang out and we try to get stuff done. We check in on each other. It's mainly for those of us with that ADHD issue. It does. We hear. So it helps us get stuff done. Like yesterday, I planned my week because you guys were here, just on like in word form in chat. You know, just word form in chat right up top, and that I got stuff done. And I realized,
I love Study Buddy.
David, let me tell you how helpful Study Buddy is. I forgot to take my meds yesterday, and I still got it all done.
Wow. That's crazy.
So if that tells you anything, Study Buddy helps.
Yeah, no kidding.
And then Wednesdays at 4, we do Faith in Film, which you're doing now. And then I do need to poll the chat to see if 4 o'clock Central is the best for you for Thursdays. So let's do a little poll. And while that poll is going on, we're going to do a minute poll. Earlier or later, Thursday. Earlier or later. Earlier, later. And I want to ask you guys, how long do you think I got into this movie? The going thing is, did Lem finish the movie? And if not, how far did he get?
Okay.
And
right.
The person with the closest without going over gets a PC game. All right, put it in the chat. Paul says 38 minutes.
I have my prediction.
Okay.
I believe, and let it be known, I have over-believed in Lem in the past. I believe that Lem finished Home Alone.
Oh.
I believe that Lem is enough of a human being that he did not watch Home Alone and not get to the home invasion part.
So you're saying 1 hour and 44 minutes. I wrote down.
1 hour and 44 minutes.
I wrote down how long it was this week. Leighton says 57 minutes. Jesse playing Price is Right rules. No, wait, that's James Goomba. Oh, Jimmy Goom, what's up? All right, only 2 of you voted, and you said keep it the same. Okay.
Am I back?
You never left, bro.
Are you? I definitely left for a second. My Discord crashed.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm so observant. Playing hardball, James Goomba. So we got PG-13 says 38 minutes. Austin says 43 minutes. Yeah, Ryan. Yes, Lem wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention to the chat. I was paying attention to the chat.
No,
they were saying.
I feel good about my prediction that you finished this movie, but also I want everybody to remember that he left Godzilla before Godzilla showed up. So I could be wrong. He's proven to be an insane person before.
You are not wrong, sir. Oh man. Nebulous Koala says 30 minutes.
First scene with the creepy salt guy. He doesn't let me do that. He makes you say a time.
You have to do a time.
Make you say the specific time stamp.
You have to say a time. Austin, we do keep it private just for the hosts. But we do the chatty McChat chats in here. There's too much stupid humor in it for Lem to leave all that early. Whatever time the wet bandits were captured, and it becomes less funny.
Oh, that's actually a super good prediction. If you left right after the home defense scene, that's actually a good prediction.
All right, Ryan, you got to find a time before we get to our second point, because you do have up until the second point if you have not put your time in.
Before we talk about Home Alone, though,
yes,
we put a pin in something at the end of the podcast last week.
Oh, what do we
which
put
is the status of Die Hard as a Christmas movie. And I was promised that I would get to make my case that Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Okay, it is an hour and 44 minutes, Ryan. Okay, go ahead and make your point. Can't hear you. Discord's already proving you wrong. It says, no, whatever you have to say is not right. Tech issues, he says, you guys. Killing me. There he is. I hear you. I heard you for a second. All right, he left. He's coming back. See? 1 hour and 24 minutes, Ryan says. Ryan says 1 hour, 24 minutes. All right. Chalk 5, what's up? Welcome to Faith in Film. We are right now. We're going to be talking about Home Alone. That's the subject, and how it revolves around our faith. But you can make a prediction on how far I got into the movie, and the person that's the closest, without going over, wins a PC game. Pablo! Put your numbers in quick, Pablo, before you lurk. All right. Die Hard.
All right. So here's my sort of hypothesis is that you can have Christmas as a setting, and you can have Christmas as a theme, right? It being as a setting does not make it a Christmas movie, but it being a theme does make it a Christmas movie. Have you seen It's a Wonderful Life?
Yes.
You know, it's a Christmas movie, yes?
Yeah.
Less than a third of that movie takes place at Christmas. It takes place over George Bailey's entire life. There's a tiny scene that happens at Christmas time. It's not the bulk of the movie, but the themes are about family and the holidays and the true meaning of Christmas. It's a Christmas movie.
Okay.
Die Hard takes place 100% at Christmas. It's not about anything Christmassy.
Oh, isn't it?
What Christmas themes am I missing here?
How much of that movie is about family?
Very next to none.
Why is John McClane doing the thing?
Because it's been invaded by terrorists.
I could out Yo, here's the thing. The limousine driver almost was like, I'm out. Right? He could. I mean, it's because he's preserving peace on earth and goodwill toward men. And the movie,
so many people
would not have happened if it wasn't for
defending
Christmas.
Peace. Yes, it would have. It could have been any kind of party.
Name one other time a. Good job, Lem. What numbers? How long do you think I got into the Die Hard movie? Die Hard movie. Home Alone movie. Home Alone movie. What we fail to realize is that movie is about the premise is everybody is coming together. They would not have had all those hostages at that time of night when there was no security down. Okay, but what party that big happens other than a holiday? And
right, but it's not about the holiday.
Internationally.
It's about the party.
I understand where you're coming from, but I'm on the other side of it.
Okay. I feel like, though, I have a solid point.
You do have a solid point. It's the best explanation of why it's not a Christmas movie I have ever heard. But you have not won
I will accept that. We can agree to disagree as long as, because I hate the idea like, well, it takes place at Christmas. It is a Christmas movie. Because It's a Wonderful Life is the exact opposite. Iron Man 3, also a Christmas movie. See what I'm saying? It being a setting is fine. That's not the same as it being a Christmas movie.
Gremlins is a Christmas movie. Absolutely.
I would say more than Die Hard.
Oh, I'll give you that. We got to get on Home Alone, bro. We are 24 minutes into a 60-minute thing.
Okay, let's talk about something that is undebatably a Christmas movie.
This is a Christmas movie.
Which is Home Alone.
Yes. This is your pick, so I want you to go first.
Okay. I love this movie so very much. It's such a joy. I finished it today. I finished it this morning, and I was like, man, I'm kind of bummed it's over. I just booted up the second one. I watched the second one today as well.
I love that it's on Disney. I didn't realize it was a Disney thing.
Which is so great. And if I hadn't already gone on two little tangents about Tasmanian Devils and also Die Hard, I would go to a tangent about weird Home Alone sequels that were supposed to happen but didn't happen because of Disney.
Home Alone is not a Christmas movie. It's a Saw prequel.
I love that. Okay, so let's talk about the Wet Bandits, who are the bad guys in this movie. They are the people who are trying to rob all the houses on the block, and the McAllisters are the one house that they're having trouble with, right? So, Lem, let me ask you, what do you think is the Wet Bandits' driving force? What's their goal here?
I think they each Harry and Marv have two different ones. Now Harry is that Joe Pesci? Or is that Marv? That's Marv. No, that's Harry. Harry is Joe Pesci. Okay. So Joe Pesci is all about the money. But Marv, he's all about the fame.
Yeah.
So I think that's their two driving forces.
That has always been my sort of understanding of the Wet Bandits, right? But this watch through, I realized I think they have the same driving force.
Really?
I think the thing that drives both of them is pride. For Marv, not Joe Pesci, his pride is most obvious because he wants to have a cool name. He wants to have a calling card. He wants people to know who the Wet Bandits are. He wants to be like a world-renowned thief.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I've seen Ocean's 11. I don't think you'd be a world-renowned thief for stealing some Christmas presents. But anyway, that's his goal. Is he wants to be one of the greats. He wants to end up in the Cooperstown of stealing things. And then you have Joe Pesci, you have Harry, who you're like, well, he's just in it for the money, right? Except when he figures out Kevin's like the title would imply, home alone, you would think somebody being home means you just give up. If you're just in it for the money, just don't rob that one. He said he has 9 other houses on the block that he can rob.
Yeah.
But then they try and break into the house. They get real hurt. Any logical person would just leave. The only reason to stay is he wants payback on this kid.
Right.
He stays because of his pride. He stays because he can't just not rob that. He can't be beat. When they catch Kevin, he like taunts him and he says, "We outsmarted you this time." He's taunting this kid. You're a grown man taunting a 7-year-old that you outsmarted him. So their whole driving thing is they want to be great. They want to be the big dog. Their main flaw is pride.
Ooh, I dig it.
Similarly, Kevin ends up in this situation because of his pride. He thinks he is so mature and smart and good enough that he doesn't need his family.
Ooh.
Pride gets Kevin into the situation he ends up in. The bandits are fueled by pride and wanting to be great and wanting to be recognized and not wanting to lose to a child.
Ooh. I did not catch that. I thought the whole movie was about was pretty much about something else, but I like that. I'm writing that down. Ooh. I like it. I like that. That's really... See? This is why we have David over here, y'all. All right. Harry also saw that the McAllisters were loaded. He got physically wounded several times, and his fight-flight response triggered. His response was fight.
But he didn't need to... Like, before they even try and break into the house, he, like, with the BB gun scene...
Yeah.
Like... there are so many off-ramps to this terrible little heist that he could just choose to go to one of the easier houses to rob. There's like a dozen on the street that are just super easy, but he can't accept losing to a kid.
All right. Okay. All right, so I've got there's this, as you guys know, I go in chronological order for my notes. It just helps me focus. We sometimes act out in hopes we get the attention, right? We see Kevin at the beginning of the movie, you know, mom's on the phone, make me, blah, 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 you know, on the phone. And we act out for that attention we believe other people are getting. Or we're on the other side where life has us in a grip hold where we don't notice those who need our love, who need our attention. This time of year in particular, it can be that way, and it could be for like ridiculous reasons, and maybe even reasons that might seem beyond our control. I know, like the other day, my kid came to me and like their phone was not working. It's been this way for a while, like the side of their phone. And I start asking questions. Now, here's the thing. It was early in the morning. I had just finished an early morning stream and I was super fatigued for some reason. I don't even know. I was just like done. My whole body was about to shut down. So I went to go lay down. And somewhere in there, we got into a shouting match. Because I was asking questions, half asleep, but still asking questions to try to figure out how this was going on. And they're flustered because they literally do, and I know this, to do what they do, they need their phone, and they couldn't really use it. But I perceived it as, I'm trying to ask you questions, but they also have a hard time with these types of situations. All right? One sec, Paul. Keep the Raiders happy. Give me a second, Raiders. We'll be right there. So, so in this case, I needed to go back and apologize for my rant, my rage, because I hadn't taken my blood pressure meds either. And I hadn't taken my ADHD meds. My glucose levels were high. So, like, my body's, and I was fatigued. So my body's all jacked up. So I acted out in rage. Yeah. I explained that. I said, this is not an excuse for it, but I need you to understand why this happened and when this could happen again, because it's beyond my control. But we need to make sure that we take the time to do that.
Yeah.
Not just, I'm sorry, I'll try not to let it happen again. No, be in on it. Also, hey, everybody, what's up, Raiders? Welcome on in. Raiders. Adamosaurus rating with a party of 7. Welcome to Faith in Film, part of the God Games and Geekery podcasting thing that we do and all the things. Hi, I'm Bad Gamer Elite. This one over here, that's David from Satellite Gaming.
Welcome, guys.
Oh my goodness. Good to be here. Hope y'all are well. Yes. Thank you, guys.
What were you guys up to?
Yeah, what were you doing? And I don't have a shout out thing on this channel yet. I have my own personal channel, which is also Bad Gamer Elite, but I don't have everything set up there like I have set up here. Like, the set here is better than mine. But the technological piece is not. Hi, welcome. We do all kinds of stuff here. We just started doing some morning programming as well as our afternoon programming. Mornings, Tuesday and Wednesday at 10:30-ish, most times. As in, that just started this week, so that's what we're saying. And Thursday, we just voted on it, guys. We're keeping 4 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So we just voted on it. Just doing some pyrography art. Yeah! Oh, yeah! Oh, nice. Burning the dragons on the wood. Awesome.
That's super sick.
Bro. Burning dragons sounds really... Hey, you know what? Paul, can you get us a Discord link? I would love to see some photos of that in our Discord. I think we have an art thing in our Discord. I'm not sure. If not, one of y'all make an art thing in the Discord thing. Because I think we need one, because I started doing some art too. Oh, man. Well, welcome, join in. And we have not reached our second point yet. I need to let you know what we do here for Faith in Film. Every Wednesday when we do Faith in Film, everybody doubts that I can finish a movie. And they are not without reason. So before the second point, which we're just about to make our first second point, so David is.
Yes, okay, Freddie, I did not miss your point. I'm going to get to it in a second. I'm very excited. Don't worry. We're putting a pin in your point. I'm very excited about it.
But you get to guess how long I got into the movie. And if you guess it, the closest without going over gets a PC game. I give away PC games. Y'all have a good one. I gotta head out, Lem. If I don't talk to you before Christmas, have a Merry Christmas. God bless you both. Nebulous. If we don't play Fortnite before Christmas, I'm gonna be upset. So, make it happen. Chalk says 36. I know, I got you, Chalk. I got you down. I did get you, Chalk. I got you down.
Hey, God bless Koala. Talk to you later.
Here comes Sil. Wait, is Sil popping in? Oh my goodness, gotta drive. Oh, you're okay. I thought you. All right. Z, I'll let you know if you got the closest, buddy. All right. You were saying about the timing. You were about to say something.
Cool. So yeah, just so everybody knows, if you haven't been here before and you're thinking like, surely he's exaggerating when he says he doesn't get that far into movies. We did this for Godzilla. This dude turned off Godzilla before Godzilla destroyed anything. as far as Lem is concerned, Godzilla is a short film about Bryan Cranston at a disaster site, and then the movie's over. There's no big lizard in Lem.
I have seen Godzilla, but for this, she's not wrong. I have
no. When I asked, have you ever seen the scene where he like does the plasma breath? You said no.
No, in that session, I finished the.
You do a podcast. You were like, I'm gonna do a podcast about Godzilla, and then you stopped the movie before Godzilla was there. It boggles the mind. Talk to you later, Adam. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks, Adam.
Oh my god. You got me heated.
It took 12 sittings. Hey, it did. Here's the thing. I'm a dad. There are times when movies will take several times. We found that Jackie Chan Adventures is on Amazon Prime. I have watched up to episode 13 in season 1, I think, or maybe it's 10.
Is it as good as I remember? I'm kind of afraid to be disappointed. Okay.
It's cheesy, it's over the top, but yeah.
Awesome.
It did take me twice to watch a 20-something minute episode. All right.
Okay.
I think it has nothing to do with your ability to finish a movie in one sitting. It does. I like dad naps.
All right. Are we ready for second point?
Yeah, let's go. Second point.
Okay. So usually we try and go in chronological order, but Freddy as Queen had like exactly called one of my points. We're just talking about the church scene. Okay. So Kevin McAllister has this neighbor who his brother told Kevin that this neighbor is a like deranged, crazy, dangerous person, right? He's not. He's just a kind old man who salts the sidewalks out of the goodness of his own heart, right? Mm-hmm. And Kevin runs into this guy at church. Is it on Christmas Eve? Or is it? I think it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah. So he's at this church on Christmas Eve, and he runs into this old man, right? Both characters in this moment, when they go into the scene, believe that they are beyond redemption, essentially. Kevin believes that he has been a bad kid, and he wished his family to disappear, and they did. And he kind of deserves it because he wasn't a very good kid. He was always being obnoxious and stuff. And he's a no good kid. And the old man believes that he has been a very bad father, and his relationship with his son is irreparable. Right? Both of them basically talk to each other. And by the end of the conversation, they both have come around to realizing it's not too late. This is where Kevin gets the resolve to go home and stand up for his house, to defend his house, to create this crazy Saw booby trap. And as we see at the end of the movie, the old man has decided to patch things up with his son and to try and start mending that relationship, which can be a long road, but it's one that he's willing to start, right? Both of these characters go into this scene believing it's too late for them.
Yeah.
Both of them leave realizing that it's not. Now, there's a lot of times with this show that we will see a theme in a movie and we will make a connection to our faith because we're both Jesus people.
Yeah.
Because that's just when you believe this stuff, your brain just makes these connections, right? I believe that this one in particular was intentional because it takes place in a church. This movie doesn't have other scenes in a church, just this one. And it's two people who show up believing that they have been bad members of their family and they are beyond redemption. And they realize that they're wrong. I think that this is so reminiscent to how people believe I'm too far from God. I have not been a good person. I am beyond redemption. And then they hear this story of Jesus, who supposedly died for everyone's sin, and they're like, yeah, but not me, though. Like, he doesn't know what I've done, though.
Yes.
But everybody thinks that way. It's natural to think you're the one who it's just a bridge too far. But these two people gathering in a church, talking to each other, being honest about feeling that way, they both realized that's a pig-headed way of thinking.
Yeah, man.
That's nothing. That's not based in truth. I love that. This was supposed to be my big grand finale point, but Freddie as Queen mentioned it early. I love this so much because I love the idea of people coming together, talking it out, and realizing we're all in that same boat. Which means
just saying that
none of us are actually beyond redemption.
We were talking about this morning on the Crossroads. We called it the Crossroads.
That's awesome. That's a great name. You guys got great names.
And the stuff that we're doing in the morning is called the Crossroads, because the crossroads of our faith and our geeky passions, which this week and probably for a while now is Marvel's Midnight Suns.
It looks so good.
It's so good.
If I get the game, I'm getting Midnight Suns, bro.
But we talked about that this morning with the story that Jesus told about the king who said to all of his high and mighty friends, hey, come hang out. We're going to have this party. And then they said, nah, I got stuff to do. And the king was like, fine. Let's go talk to the people that are under the station. And everybody was like, let's go. You know, they hired the fisherman dude that stink. They took the baker who was, you know, just probably super tired, but he was like, I'm gonna go to this party. And they took crackhead John. And Ryan was so excited to hear that crackhead John was a biblical character. So, but yeah, we talked about that. And so, but that was part of talking about some of the characters in Marvel's Midnight Suns. A lot of those folks awesome. were supposedly beyond redemption. Yeah. So Ryan's still excited for it. Crackhead John.
That's awesome.
All right. This one has no. I don't have a biblical backup for this one, but I think it needs to be said. And this still kind of goes along with everybody being too busy or being too mean or being too extra to be around one another and give each other the respect. Make your presence a gift. All right. Now, there's a difference between a present, which not your presence, but your present, a present and a gift. A present is something you give to someone because you feel they need it or they'll like it or whatever. All right. A gift is something you give someone because they feel they need or want or can be or can use or can grow with it. Because like let's think about ugly Christmas sweaters. When you were a kid, did you want an ugly Christmas sweater?
No, absolutely not. Any article of clothing was a waste of a present. Get me an action figure, baby.
Right? But if I got you an ugly Christmas present, ugly Christmas sweater today, David,
I'd be so stoked. Okay, right? Even just thinking about it, that sounds so sick. I'm in.
And so it's about the timing that you give it. The difference between a present and a gift is the need. Not whether you feel they need it, but if they feel they need it. Hey, it's Paul. I looked like Kevin in that picture when I checked my bank balance this morning. Was it so big that you're getting me all the skins in Fortnite, Paul? Is that what happened? Did you win the British lottery? Let's make it happen. Are you saying that I should have not given you Yeast 8? Here's the thing. I was looking at it anyway. When you told me to look at it, I was like, I could actually start playing this. So no, that was a gift. Ryan is, in some cases, Ryan knows what I need in gaming before I know what I need in gaming.
Dude, that's the nicest. Oh my gosh. Okay. I know I'm going on too many tangents this week. I'm doing one more. I got my wife a mechanical keyboard when she got her computer.
Yeah.
Which, when I asked her about it, she was like, yeah, I don't know. A keyboard's like fine. I don't really care.
Yeah.
And then she actually used it for a little bit. And then she tried a normal keyboard and she was like, you've ruined me. It's my favorite thing I own. How dare you?
I don't know the difference, if I'm honest.
Really? That's crazy. Have you used the mechanical keyboard?
I don't know.
I mean, maybe that's it. Maybe you just haven't used one.
Sorry you cut out there for a minute, buddy. But I started talking about his bank balance in Fortnite. Thanks.
Is my turn?
Thanks, PG. Yes, it is your turn. This is our last one, too. We are 49 minutes in, bro.
We are at 45.
Oh my gosh.
But I have two more good ones.
All right.
Okay, you go first.
No.
Let me
You can do. No. So it'll be me. It'll be you, then me, then you. You get to do two more.
Okay. Cool. Okay, so there's kind of two main plots going throughout this movie.
Yeah.
One of them is Kevin and his time home alone, and the other is Kevin's mom trying to get back to Kevin.
Yes.
And this one, as far as our purposes for this podcast, is just a layup because the biblical parallel here is so perfectly Luke chapter 15, which says Jesus is basically trying to describe to people the way that God feels about wandering people who don't know him, right?
Yeah.
And he says several parallels that basically go something like this, but I'm going to choose a couple out of here. But this entire chapter is just like a dozen metaphors for the same thing. And one of them, he says, or suppose a woman has 10 silver coins. She loses one. Doesn't she light a lamp and sweep the house, searching carefully until she finds it? And when she does find it, she calls her friends and neighbors together and says, rejoice with me, for I've found my lost coin. In the same way, I tell you, there is rejoicing in the presence of angels of God over one sinner who repents. There's like a dozen children in this family.
Yes.
Why are they so upset that they lost one?
At least 3 of them are theirs. Maybe 4.
Yeah.
3 for sure. Because you got a sister, the big brother, and Kevin. Maybe another brother, the redhead brother. Maybe he was I don't know if he was a cousin or...
I don't remember. Yeah. But there's a ton of kids on this trip. But she still throws a ton of money, all of this effort, and several days traveling, including a long road trip with some people singing polka music, all over one kid. And it's also, by the way, random side note, the worst behaved one, the one who causes the most trouble. But not only does she go through all this effort, when she finds him, she's not mad. She just is thrilled. She rejoices. And exactly like in the chapter, it says, when she finds it, she calls her friends and neighbors together and says, rejoice with me, I've found my lost coin. The family pours in, and they all have an amazing Christmas together.
Yes.
as far as I'm concerned, this movie could just go into chapter 15 with the other metaphors. This is how God relentlessly hunts down the lost. It's so beautiful. I love it so much.
Oh, that's freaking awesome. Monkey Dude 157, thank you for the follow. I wanted to wait till David was done with his talk on that. That's fantastic. And to say thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. The schedule is down below. It will be a little different next week, but yeah. And we just started some daytime programming this week too. So we are all over the place with changes. Let's go 2023. Oh man. All right. Wow. Now I have to think what my last one wants to be. Okay. So I feel like. Okay. Let me do this. Let me do this. A lot of my points center around James chapter 3. I'm gonna look it up. Give me a second.
No way. That came up in my Devo today. That's crazy.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Noise. James chapter 3. And that is a bunch. It's the taming of the tongue chapter of the Bible. All right. It talks about not many of you should become teachers, my brothers, for you know that we who teach will be judged with greater strictness. And then it goes on and on and says, so also in this is verse 5. So also the tongue is a small member, yet it boasts of great things. How great a forest is set ablaze by such a small fire. And the tongue is a fire of the world of unrighteousness. The tongue is set among our members, staining the whole body, setting on fire the entire course of life. This whole movie starts and continues because of the misuse of the words. Right? Yeah. Kevin is a bit of a jerk to his parents. His brother is a bit of a jerk to him, which starts the fight, which then spills everything. And the uncle, who should be a little bit, he should be more of a leader. He's one of the patriarchs of the family, calls him a little jerk. Right? As the leaders, we are called to not provoke children. Children are called to obey your parents, show that respect. When both of those things happen, it's really cool. It's really cool. Yeah. So that James chapter 3, the power of the tongue. Matter of fact, I looked it up. There are 97 mentions of the tongue in the Bible.
That's crazy.
So it's a pretty important thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's my biggest takeaway from this. So much could be saved in this movie just by the control of the mouth. Saying things and not saying things.
Yeah.
If the police officer that stopped by Kevin's house to check on him because they got the call, if he would have been like, hey, this is the police. Is anyone home? Instead of just knocking on the door. He knows it's a kid that's supposed to be by himself. He could call out the kid's name.
Yeah.
Right? At the pharmacy. All the old man has to say so he doesn't freak Kevin out is, hey, bud. Instead of just staring at him.
Yeah.
Right? Or Kevin could have said, oh my gosh, murderer. Right? And then that could have started a conversation. right? All of this could have ended right there. Oh, the cop, right? Hold on. All of that could have changed. Let me just put it that way. But the director of the movie said, no, we're going to play this out. It would have been so easy for everything to be done with just a few words. But the director said, no, this is not how this plays out. I need some other things to happen. I need this young man's life to change. I need the old man's life to change. And a lot of that wouldn't have happened. I need these criminals to reconsider who they think they are.
Yeah.
The director said,
yeah,
I don't want I that's what I need this to happen. Just like God puts us in our lives when we think, oh, it would have been so much easier. God, if you would just step in and do the thing, it'd be fine. But God has a plan. So do as you know that we're supposed to do, and trust that God's plan is going to work it out.
Dude, that's great.
Can that be my lesson next time I teach it?
Yeah, that's sick. That's so sick. Okay, so my last point has to do with I earlier talked about Kevin's main character flaw being pride, right?
Yes.
When he's talking to his mom, he's like, I would actually be fine if I just didn't have a family. If I woke up tomorrow, my family wasn't here, that'd be fine. Right?
Yeah.
And then she says, like, you don't actually mean that. And he's like, bet. And then he wakes up, and then he just has a great time being home alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's doing great. He the first day basically just, dorks around. And the second day, he kind of puts himself together a little bit. He goes shopping. Yep. He showers, puts on the aftershave. Which, by the way, when I actually tried aftershave, I was expecting it to hurt like in the movie. It's fine. It doesn't. That's crazy. Anyway, and this whole time you're like, oh, this is a careful what you wish for thing. He's gonna realize how difficult it is to actually be on his own, right?
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, he was fine. All the things that I thought were gonna go bad didn't. He found food and water. He kept Buzz is like, hey, good job not burning down the house. Actually, yeah, for an 8-year-old, good job not burning down the house. But his mom is still right. Because even though he's done all of this practical stuff, even though he has kept himself alive and kept the house not on fire, he realizes, I wish I hadn't wished that.
Yeah. Because
he realizes he actually does need his family.
Yeah.
So this reminded me of, I think in America, just in 2022, it is pretty easy to not think of humans as needing God. Because we have food, we have shelter, we have most of our physical needs, generally speaking, are covered. Right? Even in really bad circumstances, you'll figure it out. There's solutions, right? Your chances of dying of starvation are very low. But we still feel this emptiness at the end of the day. There's this idea that God is an outdated idea for the ancient world, where people thought that where people relied on God just because they needed something to provide for their physical needs. And we don't need that anymore because technology has solved that problem. So why do we still have this hole in our heart shaped for God? I feel like that is us being Kevin in that moment, realizing even though I went to the grocery store today, I still need my family. I still need my mom. I still need God. Even though my physical needs are met, and that makes you realize, well, it was never really about the physical need.
Yes.
So that's my final point. And
all the time,
I love this movie so much.
All the time. We're doing good. We're doing good. Just oh my gosh, dude. Today's a good lesson day. We had a good lesson day today.
That's true.
Oh man. All right. I'm gonna pick the movie for next time. Now, here's the deal. Faith and Film, not a thing next week. I will be unavailable to do a Tuesday and Wednesday stream. Should be doing a Thursday afternoon stream, so the longer one. But on the 21st, I mean, on the 21st, you guys, so go watch the VOD. When you get a second, watch the VOD. On the 21st, you guys, it's the last time we can do, well, we can do it anytime, but thematically, it'd be tough to do this one after Christmas. The week of 12/20, I'm picking it this week. It's a classic. Literally, because it's almost 20 years old. Elf.
Oh, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, we're doing Elf on the 20th, guys. So you have 2 weeks this time to watch Elf. Cats.
I just wanted to see if Stream would see the cats.
Paul, thank you for gifting that sub, sir.
Welcome, Paul. Thank you. Here's some cats to celebrate.
Here's some cats to celebrate. Really? I don't see the cats. I know him. Paul, hold on. So we have 2 Pauls. So Freddy's is Queen is PG-13.
Okay.
And then Crosshair is classic Paul.
Okay, cool.
Because one of them's older than the other. Can you guess which one?
I love that. Classic Paul. That's a good name.
All right. All right. So let's throw this out here. PG-13 says 38 minutes. Austin said 43 minutes. David said an hour and 44 minutes. Leighton said 57 minutes. Jimmy Goom said 58 minutes. Nebulous Koala said 30 minutes. Ryan said an hour and 24 minutes. Like a fine wine. Chalk said 36 minutes. DK said 27 minutes. Z came in with his classic 17 minutes, but added a 47 seconds. And the actual time, 43 minutes and 45 seconds.
Bro. How dare you, first of all?
Austin!
What? Okay, what?
Austin, hit me up with a DM in the Discord or wherever we are, so I can get you a PC game, sir. You were fast forwarding to see where I got. You were
what? Why? Why here? You got to the part where he said, does the whole little house party with the Michael Jordan on the train, and you weren't enchanted by the Christmas magic? How did you check out after that? That's the first little bit of hijinks he does.
Here's the thing. It's not that I'm checking out. It's that when do I start the movie and how much work am I doing in between and all that. I don't just sit down and watch the movie.
Wild.
Maybe that, here's the thing. Maybe that will give you guys some insight for next time you choose. Like, I mean, because like now I have 2 weeks. Will I finish the whole movie? Or will I, feel like, oh, I'm off. I'm going to do this when I go into the office. Or will I be like, I love Elf. It's Will Ferrell. Of course I'm going to finish it.
No, because you didn't finish Home Alone, and I refuse to believe that you would finish Elf and not Home Alone strictly based on merit.
Or do I get to the part that makes me cry? It's the only movie. It's the only movie that makes me literally have a lump in my throat and a feeling in my chest, and there's a scene in it that makes that happen.
No, you get to the part of the movie where he sets up all the traps and the wet bandits fall on like micro machines and ornaments and stuff. You get to the movie. If I say I'm gonna Home Alone my house, people are talking about the first 44 minutes and 30 seconds of Home Alone.
This is my favorite part. This is my favorite part of this.
You skipped Home Alone. The Home Alone part happens at the end and you skipped it. As far as I'm concerned, you didn't watch Home Alone this year. Insanity.
This episode will be on the podcast network. I promise you. I promise you.
I always get a stinking feeling as we're going through the points when I realize that you're going in chronological order and you're still in the first act of the movie on your final point. It's such a scary.
Okay, let me tell you though. Willy Wonka, I finished the movie. We only got to the first part of the movie in my notes. I finished that movie.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Paul, next witness to the stand, please.
Thank you once again for having me and let me talk about movies and God and stuff.
This is so awesome. I'm so glad that you get to be here for this.
Yeah, it's so fun. I love it.
All right, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. Tie Lynn through a chair to watch the film. We will see. We are states away. We are literally about 2/3 of the country away. There's no way he's doing that. And Alex is in another country. Nobody's doing that.
The first time I meet you in person, it's not for a kidnapping. That's like a third, second kind of trip thing. Not first interaction.
Yeah. All right, you guys. Hey, thank you for being here. I want you to remember that Jesus loves you. So do I. So do these guys. And always treat people or leave people better than you found them. Peace. Hey, I want to thank David for popping in and helping us with Faith in Film. We do it every Wednesday that we possibly can at 4 p.m. Central Time. You can also check the VODs out, and then we also put it up on our YouTube channel, which reminds me that there's some changes coming to God Games and Geekery as far as the outlets and stuff that we're on. Let's take, for instance, YouTube. Some of you might know we started a YouTube channel. You can find us as God Games and Geekery on YouTube. But we're putting some of the VODs from the Twitch channel up there. So if for some reason they disappear on Twitch, we have them on YouTube. You can go back and watch any of the discussions we have there. Comment, let us know. Maybe you can put down a movie you think that we should actually cover. And the other thing is, you'll notice that if you go to the VODs on Twitch, we have some that are going on in the mornings now. 10 a.m. or 10:30 a.m. on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we're doing some non-Fortnite gaming. So join us there for that. We're going through the story of Marvel's Midnight Suns right now, and we're talking about how that corresponds with our faith and having some really cool discussions. Tuesday evenings or afternoons at 4 p.m. Central, we are doing Study Buddy, where you can come and hang out if you got some work to do. It's really focused on our ADHD neurodivergent friends that just need someone in the room, even digitally, to help them get things done. And just so you know, yeah, that's me. That's me. And I appreciate every single one of you that come by and help me be better. And then Thursdays, it tends to be a Fortnite, but we try to do community games on Thursdays. So I encourage you to join us there, just like you guys did at the George Moss concert that Clear Hits Radio put on. I want to thank Caleb over at Clear Hits Radio for inviting us to spend some time with the community there. We had a great time with George and Eddie Waynick Jr., who is a local guy. He's one of our locals here in Appleton, hip hop artist, and I encourage you to check him out. And that leads me to one more thing. If you are local, and by that I mean Wisconsin Fox Valley, I would love to know, and you can email me, that's badgamer@lifepromotions.org, how likely it would be for you to show up at, I don't know, let's say a monthly God Games and Geekery Clear Hits Radio event. Like, playing some video games, board games, card games, doing the G3 Arcade, which was sponsored by Press Start Games in Appleton. What if we brought the G3 Arcade every month? What if that happened? Would you be there? Would you be square? What would you do? Hey, thank you everybody for being here. And remember, you are geeky, you are loved, and always leave people better than you found them.